pick up yourself and go. You will find it's all you need to do. Reach down inside and find out you're the one to fly, yeah, the one to reach. You can do all things, just choose it.
Hello, pretty people. Hello, gorgeous. So we're waiting on Miss Denise Newsome. Hello. Yes, we want to go ahead and get started. I know she wanted to make sure that she gave me a quick introduction, but I'll go ahead and introduce myself. I don't see her right now. So yes, so thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for taking the time. Yes, I see Miss Cynthia is in the building. Hi, Miss Cynthia. Miss Veronica's in the building. Teresa, I see your lovely faces. Hello, gorgeous. I'm Jerusher Wiggins, motivational speaker, radio personality, and business coach in the direct sales business. And I help women start a business in my organization or build your current businesses online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat, hashtag in the chat, double threat, if you want to be able to build your business online and offline. And so I'm not quite sure how much she wants me to tell you in advance, but yes, double threat. Hello, gorgeous. I don't know. Yes, I think the video is working fine. I think something happened on her end. So we're going to have fun until she gets back. That's how technology is. And so the good thing is, you just keep going. And so I like it when people see that you're human and things happen and you just roll with it. You just roll with it. Yes. Veronica, thank you so much for joining us. Hi, yes. Tell me, what is it that you do? Do you have businesses? Because today we're going to really talk about attraction marketing, marketing to your ideal prospects online. And so that seems to be a very important topic if you want to leverage social media or monetize social media. Obviously, you got to, yeah. And what I see oftentimes, a lot of people, they're posting and praying, posting their links, posting their products, posting their services, posting and praying somebody clicks on it and somebody purchases. And so we're going to talk about today how you attract the right people. Because what I've learned is when you're posting to everybody, you're getting nobody. Be a little bit more strategic in the way that you are posting and the type of content that you're posting online. And hopefully, with my experience, I'll be able to help you do that. And so, myself until Denise comes back on as well. So my background is actually in radio and television for CNN News in Atlanta, Georgia. All Atlanta, Georgia in the house. And so enjoyed the industry. Also worked in radio as an on-air personality. My degrees are in communications and public relations. Enjoyed it. However, what happened, because I had my ideal job, and so I was like, oh, I'm going to learn how to talk and I'm going to get paid to talk. And I did just that. And so why did I leave such a nice corporate profession? After having my first preemie son, I realized, oh my gosh, I want to be at time freedom. And so had no idea you could work from home, build a home-based business, and earn an executive level income. That was never a part of ever. So you got to learn to be able to shift. And so the moment that he actually needed me at home, I decided, I want time freedom. I want to be in control of my time. I want to be at his speech therapy and physical therapy. And I want to be that shows up for him when he's in need. And so, because of course he had all these challenges being a preemie. So if you have any moms out there, you know what I'm talking about. There are all these difficulties. He was on a heart monitor. He would stop breathing. His lung wasn't developed. So I needed to get out of that traditional 9 to 5. And so the first person to me about a home-based business, I was like, okay. I was like, what is it? Oh, it's legal. Let's do it. So I was like, I need out of this traditional job. And so it is a decision. I decided I'm going to learn some skills. I'm going to learn how to build a business. I never had a business before. I never sold anything before. I was not going to use my family and friends. I was going to meet the people. I was going to go out and meet the people. And that's exactly what I did. And so I got started in my industry. I became a part of the top 2% in like 8 months with my full-time job. My son was a toddler at the time. Moms, you can do it with the full load. My husband and all the things, household chores. I still had all those responsibilities, but that was my drive. That was my why, is I have to do it. And so was I exhausted? Yes. Was it challenging? Yes. Okay, but was it worth it? Absolutely. I wouldn't change anything. So it was the best career decision I could have made. And so at that time, I did everything offline. And so I'm just hoping she gets back on, because I don't know how far she wants me to go. Hi, Teresa. Oh, you love my personality. Well, thank you. So I built my business initially offline. And I did all the things. I had an office here in Atlanta, so I did presentations. So I would be speaking events, you name it. I was always introducing my product, my service, my opportunities. I was always getting new clients and customers and business partners. I was always networking. And that was a key factor of being offline, is everywhere I went, I was exchanging. Let me give you my digital business card. Let me exchange with you and give you my digital business card. You could not come around me and not exchange. Like, it's going to happen. And so that's how I was able to build my business so quickly offline. And eventually I did lay off that corporate job and I transitioned full-time to my home-based business. And so I'm excited about it. And so I did that for years and I was successful. I earned all the things, traveled, diamond, cars, all the things. And it was very exciting. And so I just noticed there was a shift in how people were building a business. And that shift was being online. And And those of you that are afraid of social media, that was me. I was afraid of social media. So I got on social media in 2017. I went live for the first time and I was like, okay, it's time to do it. I got to change. Everything else around me is changing. I have to change. And I was reluctant to do that, but I know I needed to do that. If you're like that, you're like, I know I need to do a TikTok. I know I need to do a reel. I know I need to be on Instagram. I know I need to be on YouTube. I know I need to start a podcast. I know I need to, but you don't do it. And so January 2017, I said, boom, I'm live. I'm doing it. And so I started sharing what I know for sure. And for me, my whole platform and my brand is motivation, inspiration, and business tips. And so because that is what I do, I was like, I can do that. And so I started sharing that online and I started building a following. And I was like, okay, there's something here. And I later learned there's 2.94 billion people online on social media. There's tons of people. There's so much room at the top. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe how many more people I can talk to online I would have never met face to face. Why didn't somebody tell me this earlier? And so as I started learning social media in 2017, 2018, I will tell you, I made all the mistakes possible. I was posting and praying. I was just throwing material out there. I didn't have a system in place because it was so different from face to face. You know, there's energy, you know, face to face, and you can actually see the person. Here online, you're not actually seeing the people, right? I can't really touch you. And so it was just a different rhythm that I had to learn. So I put in the time, I put in the money, I invested in courses. I made sure I understand what's an algorithm. I was understanding what's attraction marketing, what's engagement marketing, what are these things and how are people doing it? And so I invested in myself all of 2017, 2018, making all the mistakes. And in 2019, I came up with my own marketing strategy. And I was so excited about it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to tell the world that anybody can build a business who's willing to put in the sweat equity. And so one thing that I can tell you, a lot of wanting, there's not a lot of people willing. So there's a wanting to crowd and there's a willing to. I want the willing to. You're willing to do whatever is necessary. You're willing to win, a W-I-N, whatever is necessary. You're willing to put in the time. You're willing to put in the money. Yes, you're going to be exhausted. That's a part of it. Denzel Washington said it. You can't pray for, if you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud too. And so many people are praying for rain. I'm praying for all of these things to shower down on me. But you also have to deal with the mud that comes along with it. And so this has been such an amazing journey. I'm so excited I have an opportunity to meet Denise and her audience. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. And so a part of our conversation, so that's just a little bit about me. And so now my son, and he's a teenager, so that was over a decade ago, right? And so I'm so excited that I'm able to be present. And I don't regret anything, you know, so this has been a great journey. So hopefully I'll be able to shed some light on your businesses, or if you want to start a business. But the biggest thing that I said, and I hope you caught it, was we have to embrace change. Because I was afraid of social media, I was learning, right? And I will tell you, just like TikTok, I got on TikTok last year and started building over there. So whatever is coming out, whatever technology is new, I would suggest you try it. Change is inevitable. Stop analyzing, stop thinking about it. Change is voluntary or involuntary, but necessary. And it's just like, you know, I'm in Atlanta. Tell me where you are. Put in the chat. Where are you from right now? Tell me, where do you reside? And so for me, I love the warm weather. And so in the summer, when it's 110 degrees, we have on t-shirts and shorts, right? And then now it's like 30 degrees. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so cold. And so we have leather jackets and gloves. Like, I'm like, it's freezing, you know, right? You're dressing for the weather because you change your clothes based on the weather we are about to encounter. And so I found it's best to look at positive change in that same vein. We must learn how to change with the seasons of life. And when your season is here, you better be ready and equipped with the right attire to be successful. And so that's what I was able to do. I'm technologically challenged. Like, I don't know anything about technology, but I've learned how to use the social media thing. So change begins at the ends of your comfort zone. I was very uncomfortable, and that's where you want to stay. If you're comfortable right now in what you're doing, you're not growing. I need you to get uncomfortable because that's where true success lies. And so if some of you are wondering, so I had my main profile page like everybody, and then I created a business page. I didn't really need the business page. I should have just worked. And this is one of the lessons that I teach in some of my courses. So I have a course called the 3-Day Ride, and business skills that I've learned, and what to do and what not to do, that's going to better serve you to start marketing and branding yourself online. And so when I started doing that, on my main profile, that's where Facebook sends people. And so I've learned, oh, this is the hub. Your main profile is your hub. Everything else is in addition to. So if you haven't started marketing yet, start marketing there. That's where you want to begin. Okay. And so I was definitely like, okay, these are the things I need to learn. What are the 4 pillars of social media? How do I attract my ideal prospect for my product, my service, and my opportunity? I want sharp professionals, corporate professionals, women who have the desire to have a side hustle, whether they want part-time money or full-time money or 6-figure income. That's who I want to attract. How do I do that? So I'm going to share with you 4 pillars of social media. Now, Denise, if you're on, you can stop me at any time because I'm not sure, I can't see you. So I'm not sure if you wanted me to continue, but I'll go through this. So write this down. A pretty person is going to put this in the comments. Write this down. Entertainment. People come to social media to be social. The 4 pillars of social media, I call it the 4 E's. The first E is entertainment. People are coming to be entertained. You want to inject a bit of humor into your posts, into your reels, into your TikTok, Instagram, whatever. It's your family, it's your fun, it's your activities. Entertaining people is key to social media. It takes courage, right, to do that. It takes courage for me to do a TikTok at first. I was like, I don't really want to dance, but I actually like dancing. I was a cheerleader, if you can't tell. So yes, I actually like dancing. And I was like, oh, everybody's. Then I realized you don't have to dance. You can just point, but it's still entertaining. And so it takes courage to look like a fool. But when you're growing to the next level, you may look crazy to some people, but do it anyway. And so for me, I'm just having fun over there on Instagram and TikTok, Instagram Reels and TikTok. It's a fun way to attract a different audience. So entertainment is key. That's the first pillar to the 4 E's. The next thing that I've learned about social media is you've got to educate people. They have to get something from, right, you. Why would they come to you? What do you have to offer them? Just like most of you, you're probably watching Denise because she brings something to the table. She educates you on some level. That's the second E, is valuable information to your clients that help them. Okay, something that helps somebody else. If you are an entrepreneur, you're in the business of solving problems. So the moment you solve problems, the moment you start rising up in your industries. Knowledge is the new rich with it. And so I educate a lot on my platform. I educate, I entertain, I educate them. That's the second E. So a lot of times people say, well, I don't know what to educate people. It doesn't have to be serious. If you sell, I'm just going to say you sell bracelets, okay? You sell jewelry. And so what I see is people might post, hey, I sell jewelry, I sell bracelets, purchase my bracelet, and then they have a link. Well, that didn't really educate me. I don't know why I need to purchase your bracelet. It might be pretty. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty. But if you have a bracelet and your bracelet is that healing bracelet, not just a bracelet, oh, this is a healing bracelet. I need to know what is going to heal. Oh, and not making any type of claims or anything like that. But people want to know the benefit. You've got to make sure if you're marketing to your ideal prospect, you're talking in benefit. That is what is going to draw more people to you. So talk about what the product does, not what the product is. Same thing with your opportunity. Talk about what your opportunity is going to do for somebody, not just how successful you are. You've got to become very interested in people, not interesting. Okay, I could tell you all the accolades and things that I've done or whatever, but how is that going to help you? It's not. So tonight you're here because you want to get educated to help yourself. Everybody's wearing a sign on their forehead, make me feel important. People want to know, how is this beneficial to me? And so if you are choosing to market online, and I pray that you are branding yourself, you are taking advantage of all of these free platforms, right? And so you're talking about the benefits of the benefit. So talk about how your thing, whatever it is, can help somebody else. People don't buy toothpaste, they buy white teeth and a fresh breath. So if I said just buy my toothpaste, you're not really buying toothpaste. You're buying white teeth and a healthy breath and gums. That's the benefits of the benefit. People don't buy supplements. They buy a healthier body to live longer. People don't just buy your oils. They buy, a pain reliever if it's doing that. People don't just buy moisturizer. They buy younger looking skin, healthier looking skin. So it's not just about the name of your thing, it's the benefit of your thing. Is that helpful? Yes or yes? So if this is helpful so far, please let me know. So if this is helpful, put helpful in the comments below in the chat. Put helpful. This is helping you out. How am I doing, Miss? Oh, there you are.
You are doing well. You are doing well. Definitely.
Okay, so you want me to go ahead?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So, there you are. So, you want to make sure that you are keeping the people in mind. When I am live, I'm always like, this is about the people. It's never about me. So the third E, okay, or the pillars is empower. People also come to be empowered, okay? They don't come to social media with credit card in hand. They go to Amazon for that. When I go to Amazon, I have credit card ready. How many of you know your credit card number by heart, the expiration, because you're going to Amazon? You don't do that for social media, right? People come also to be empowered. You don't know people's life circumstances, right? You don't know what's going on, and they might need to just get on there, and somebody needs to inspire them and empower them and lift them up. And so you're encouraging people. You're encouraging your team. If you have a team, customers, clients, people you don't even know, by what you post. So the best thing that you can do if you have a client base or you're trying to attract more people, is highlight other people. Highlight your clients. If you're in real estate, highlight your clients. If you are whatever services, insurance, whatever, highlight them. Not just you, highlight their pictures, how they've achieved or they purchased a home, and congratulations. Testimonials are your best friend. Testimonial service, how well the product is working. You need proof. That's your credibility. And so now when you are showcasing your people and they love your services or they love your product and they're getting these results, right? Now other people are interested. Now other people are attracted to you. Like, oh my gosh, she's helping all of these people with their credit. Oh my gosh, she's helping all of these people purchase new homes. Oh my gosh, she's helping all of these people lose weight. Oh my gosh, she's helping all of these people earn an X amount a month, a year, whatever. Now that's your credibility. So you're empowering the people by showing them, encouraging them. And then the fourth E is engagement. This is one that I think people underestimate. The fourth E is engagement. You've got to ask your audience questions. And most important thing, getting them to respond back to you. That's an engagement. So just like I said, if this is helpful, make sure you hashtag helpful. If this is helpful and you're getting value, hashtag helpful. That's engaging you with me, that I know that you're here. You've got to make sure your post, there's a system to how many posts you're supposed to do within a week. And it just depends on what industry you're in. Everybody has a different system. But I would definitely say you should be posting 1 to 3 times a day, obviously spreading those posts out. Right now, I started off 3 times a day. Now I only do 1 post a day because I built an audience on different platforms. But if I have something good, my stories, you're just posting all day in your stories. So that is definitely engagement in your stories. That's just your lifestyle, what you ate today. Like this right here was in my stories. So, but in my feed, your feed should be evergreen. So whatever you post in your profile feed, that's something that you should be able to post 5 years from now. When you see it in your memories, I'm like, oh, that was good. I'm going to repost it. That's what in your feed, you want to think about how is this going to be helpful for a long period of time, not just for the moment. And so you want to engage your audience. People like it when you call their name. Like if I say, hi, Sabrina, if I say, hi, Denise, people like it when they say, oh, she's recognizing me. And we don't do that enough on social media because that's your audience, right? You want them to be excited to see your post, excited to see your live, excited to see your progress. But if you don't recognize people, that's just like if somebody says hello to you and you don't speak back. That's rude. Or if someone is friending you and you don't acknowledge their friend request, they're like, oh, I wanted to be a friend. I like her stuff, or I've seen her stuff, or somebody referred me to her. And so you want to make sure that you're understanding this is a two-way street, right? And so what I've learned is you want to make sure that you're depositing into social media. You're depositing before you get a withdrawal. And what is most people just want to withdraw. I just want you to purchase this, my thing, as opposed to showing up on social media and saying, I want to engage, I want to build relationships, I want to empower, I want to entertain, I want to educate, I want to deposit. Just like when you go to the bank, you got to make a deposit before you get a withdrawal. Yes or yes? Is this helpful? Does this make sense? All right.
Makes a lot of sense.
It does. All right. So any question that you want to ask me, those are the 4 pillars that I live by in when I'm posting online. She said, oh, somebody's writing it in the comments for me. Okay, great. I love it. Thank you so much. Miss Veronica got me covered. Okay, great. I appreciate that. Did you want to ask me a question or do you want me to go ahead?
I don't know where you go ahead.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Okay, no problem.
Go ahead.
Yes. Oh, I love your. Yes, I love it. All right. So
yes, thank you.
This is very important that you understand that no one's coming to save you. This is great information for you to implement. Don't be the type of person that's hoarding information and you're not actually doing it. I am going to tell you a secret if you haven't heard this yet. In 2022, the fastest way to grow your business is short form video. Fastest way to grow your organization, no matter what it is, your audience, is short form video. So if you're not doing that yet, I strongly suggest you do it, because people buy people before they buy your product, your service, your opportunity. So when they see you, they see your personality, they see your character, they see you. And so when I'm live or when I'm posting, people buying me. So that's how I met Denise. I'm a person first. So when you go to a restaurant and the person is so nice and they treat you well, and you know the food could be okay, but their service was impeccable, you fall in love with them and you tip them well. And so that's how social media is. And so what I will tell you is I need you to step outside your comfort zone if you haven't done it yet and say, this is my moment. I need more people to see the services that I have, especially if your services are helping someone, which I'm sure it is, or your product or whatever it is. And so I know you guys with Mother Teresa, yes, as old as she was and as frail as she was still trying to save the people. And she would take them water and she would take them food. And she saw this man and he was lying on the ground and the man was dying and he had a lack of nutrition and he was dying. And Mother Teresa said, listen, I can't pick you up. I have shelter, I have water, I have food, but I cannot pick you up. Here's my hand. You've got to take my hand and let's get up. And so that's what I often tell people is you have to use your strength and grab my hand. I'm sharing the tools, but you actually have to implement. You actually have to do something. Okay. You have to take the time. I'm going to create great content. I'm going to start doing short form video. I'm going to start going up like I've never shown up before. I'm going to start doing it for you. Okay. Because this is going to build your confidence over time. And so Mother Teresa, she died doing this, trying to save the world. But sadly, most people will not participate in their own rescue. You can write that down. Most people will not participate in their own rescue. People want somebody else to save them. You're going to have to save yourself.
Right.
And so I told you there's no saturation. I know people are saying, well, who are the people? And I know you might like you don't have a lot of customers, or you might have a lot of customers. I don't know where you are in your industry. I just know when I look at the numbers online, and I know there's 2.94 billion people on social media, the average person spends 2 to 3 hours on social media a day. The people are there. There's no saturation. Okay. And so what you have to do is find out how your people for your thing. Success is not a seesaw. See, we don't have to push somebody down in order to go up. We can all go up together. That's the beauty of being online. You're unique. What do you have to offer those people? Because they are looking. The reason why people go to social media, scrolling, you have about seconds, right? There's like 7 seconds. So your short form video needs to be between 7 and 10 seconds, because that's it. They don't have longer than 7 seconds. And so you're scrolling, something catches your attention, you stop. Oh, that's interesting. You don't even watch the whole thing. You're like, next. Scrolling, the same thing for a post, even if it's not a video. You're scrolling. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Next, scrolling. So capture people's attention. What is it that you need to do? 1, you need to have pictures often when you post. 2, short form video. Images. Just words is not going to get the same amount of attention as images of you, images of whatever it is that you're doing in the course of the day, just whatever your post is about. Okay. Now, the other thing, once you figured out, okay, I need to be posting in the 4 pillars that I just gave you. If you are new to social media, like you post, but you really don't post, you share other people posts, but it's not you. Say this. If you have a business, it needs to be all of you. People want to see you. Rule called the 80-20 rule. Okay. Before I go over the rule, let me say this. You need to know who you are. You have many talents, gifts outside of your business. When I go to your page, I shouldn't just see business, because I don't come to social media for just business. I come to be what? Entertained, educated, engaged, and empowered. That's why I'm coming. So what part of you would you like to share? I know people say, well, I don't want the whole world to know my business. Don't tell them your business. I don't tell the whole world my business. I share what I want you to see. I share what I want the world to know. Okay. Be authentic. I know you probably heard this. Be original. I need you to be you. Imitation is a suicide. So don't you dare die a cheap copy. Be you. That's your superpower. No one can be Jerusher. No one can be me. That is my superpower. No one can be Veronica. No one can do that. And so whatever gift that God has given you, use it. Or I need you to figure out who you are and who you want the world to see you as. Are you a soccer mom? Are you a single mom? Are you married? Do you have toddlers? Are you a chef? Can you dance? Are you a scrapbooker? Like, do you do coupon savings or whatever? Are you a singer? Yes, girl, you can sing. I wish I could sing. Okay. Are you a songwriter? A dog lover, animal lover, cat lover? I don't know. Who are you? Whoever you are, that's how you need to show up. Because when I show up as motivation, inspiration, business tips. I'm a business coach. I love to inspire first, right? And then share what I know for sure. And so this way, when someone comes to my page, that's what they're going to get. You're never going to get, I'm cooking. That's not a gift of mine, although, it's okay. It's not something that I love to do. So I need you to make sure that if I went to your page, that I could visibly see what you have to offer me. Why should I stay here? Why should I share? The only thing that you share is things that are valuable, correct? Okay. Putting value in your content. What you're posting, is it valuable to other people? The 80-20 rule, if you haven't heard this before, you might want to write this down. 80% content should be you. Shocker. You. 20% of your content should be your business. It's called the 80. Okay. 80% of your social media posts should be useful to your audience, meaning it does all the things. It offers solutions, all of that. You're having fun, all the things that I've already given you. 20% should explicitly promote your business in some way. It still needs to be entertaining. Okay. So do the homework. So when I'm promoting my business on TikTok, I'm not just saying, oh, I have courses that I have, business courses. And I'm like, oh, not just buy my course. I'm following the trends. I'm following the songs. I'm following all the things. So it's entertaining enough that you will watch it for 7 to 10 seconds, even though I'm promoting a course or promoting my opportunity or promoting my services. So should be about what you have to offer somebody else. Now, I need you to do it today. Yeah. Write this down. I need you to do your homework. This is very important. Okay. Don't just take this information and say, oh my gosh, that was good information. Denise, that was great information. Let me just tell you, I have a lot of information hoarders. Information without implementation is just information. You can write without implementation is just information. I just have it. And people always say knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is power. Apply that knowledge that I just gave. If this is helping you, #helpful. So tomorrow is today. Stop saying you'll do it someday. Stop saying you're going to start that blog someday. Stop saying you're going to do that YouTube someday. Stop saying that. Someday leads to a town called nowhere. Nowhere, you never did it. You were going to do it. You have good intentions to do it, but you actually have to do it. And you need to do it while it's not perfect. The best time to start is when you're not ready. You have enough knowledge. You have enough gift in you to just start it. You know what to do. There are trainers. You know what to do. Do it. People buy people. The more people buy people, and they're buying into you, I can offer on my platform, they bought into the person, I can offer all of the things that I have available. Because now we have a relationship and people buy from whom they know, they like, and they trust. They either know you, they like you, and they based on the content that you provided. Does this make sense? Yes or yes?
Yes.
All right, so that's where I am. So can I answer a question?
I do have a question to ask you. It seemed like you already went over about how to monetize your social media. What's attraction marketing? Did you go over attraction marketing?
Okay, so attraction marketing, I did, but I'll try to explain a little bit better. Is when you attract people to you based on the content that you're providing. So if let me just, I guess I can use this water as an example. So say you sell, I sell this magic water. And so an attraction marketing would be me not telling you the name of it, me not telling you the company. So if I'm in a business, I get to tell you the benefits. And I talked about this earlier, the benefit of the benefit. That's how you attract your ideal prospect. So I would say, and I use this all the time as an example, is this is the magic water. I drink water all the time. I stay hydrated all the time. And everybody should be hydrating. All people don't, right? Obviously, water helps your skin, but this water is from New Zealand. And this gives me energy so I can run behind my boys. They're in football, basketball, they're in all the sports. And I can have more energy. I'm energetic throughout the day. I can do all the sports with them. And it's funny because New Zealand that actually has the best water in the world. And so if you have short attention, the water actually allows you to focus a little bit more. And so I drink this water or whatever all the time. And so when you see me and I'm drinking this water, it's because I love this water. Like I'm just like obsessed with this magic water. And so anyway, that's attraction marketing.
Okay.
Attracted you by the benefits and telling you everything about this magic water. Just a regular bottle of water. I was just giving an example. But people believed it, right? Like, oh, what kind of water is that? Because I gave them the water. You were like, oh, I have those problems. See how I solved the problem and I attracted you to what I was saying without selling you, because people want to buy. They don't want to be sold to.
Right.
Say, my website is here. Purchase this water. They'll click my website. My website. I didn't have to say it. All I said was, this is what the water is doing for me. These are the benefits of this magic water. And now in the chat, people were like, well, how much is the water? Well, how do I get the water? They're coming to me, asking me for, they want to now purchase the magic water because I told them what the magic water is doing for me.
Is doing, right.
That's attraction marketing.
Okay. You can continue with where you left off at.
Okay. I didn't know if you had another question for me. So, so yes.
I would say, what's good shareable content?
Okay.
Did you go over that?
Not yet. So very good. Okay. That's good. Okay. So good shareable content would be like, I'm assuming you guys know Lisa Nichols and your ET, your Eric. Y'all know these people, right? Eric Thomas and Les Brown. Okay. Anybody that's in your niche. So if you're in health and wellness, you know Susie Orman. If you, in finances, you know Susie Orman. Right. If you're in health and wellness, you know, what's the health guru name? The dancer. What's his name? So anybody in your niche, they have great content and they have millions of followers, right? So if you are in an industry of health and wellness and you're following a guru in this field, like I would follow Eric Thomas. I know anybody that's following him, motivation like me, they like to be inspired. They like that if they're following him. So I know these are probably my people. So anything that he posts, I can post it on my page. That's shareable content that I know a lot of people are going to engage with. Okay. Because now those people, what Facebook does, I don't know if you know much about the algorithm, but what happens is when you do that, and I could tag his name because it's his content or his quote or whatever, people are now going to engage with that on my feed. And so now I'm getting new, and now I'm getting new prospects who like, oh, they love Eric Thomas. They love Lisa Nichols. They love whoever it is, Oprah, whoever. But I would choose somebody in your niche because those are the people that you're looking for to purchase your product, your service, your opportunity. So that's a shareable content. Now, I wouldn't be sharing content all the time, but I would share content once a week of somebody that's in your industry that people actually follow. And it's somebody who have millions and millions of followers. Make sense?
Yes, it makes a lot of sense.
Because you're only going to attract those, going to attract your tribe. I'm only going to attract the people that like the content that I provide.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. Very, very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable. I do have another question I would like to ask you. Tell us about a life lesson that you experienced.
A life lesson that I experienced. I think I told them earlier is...
You did? Okay.
No, I want to answer it differently, and I'll tell you a story with it as well. So probably for me, it was unfamiliar territory to be online. Okay. I already saw success offline. So I rose to the top of my industry and I earned all the things. I had an office here in Atlanta. And so I was used to doing presentations face to face. And so technology is not my best friend. And so when I had to make that shift to learn how to be on social media, I was definitely not wanting to do it, but I knew I needed to do it and it
Right.
was unfamiliar territory. And a lot of times when we are comfortable and we've achieved a certain level, we're like, well, I'm good. Even though we really want more, but we don't want to take the necessary steps and go through the process to get there. And what I've learned is you got to fall in love with the process and divorce the outcome. And so if you just do the work. And so that was difficult for me. I know people don't believe it sometimes because they're like, you were in radio and television, totally different industry from being on social media.
Right.
And so that's why I invested the time and the money to understand social media, because it was so foreign to me. It didn't come natural for me. And so the information I shared, this is what I know for sure based on me investing. And so I tell my boys, I have 2 boys, my husband and I, we live in Atlanta. And I tell them, I say, you got to get into unfamiliar territory if you want to grow, if you want to live. And so I told them a story about there are 2 turtles. Well, 1 turtle. I don't know if you guys know the sea turtle. The mother, she lays her eggs in a hole on the sand away from the water. And after the babies are hatched, she leaves them and she goes back to the water. When they hatch, they crawl out of the hole. They're on unfamiliar territory. They don't settle. The baby sea turtles, they find their way back to the ocean. And I feel a lot of times, because we were born in a certain circumstance, born in a certain situation, we're comfortable because we believe this is where we were born. And as soon as, right, we realize, man, I'm not supposed to stay here, it's uncomfortable to leave. And so the sea turtles, the baby sea turtles, the ones that decide, they actually find their way back to the ocean where they're supposed to be. And so I just was birthed offline. My success was offline. Now they were telling me, now I got to go over here, right? And learn something different. And I don't want to go over there. And so it was unfamiliar territory. But the thing that I didn't want to do was the thing that I needed to do to go to my next level. So social media was unfamiliar territory for me, but today is going to be, very familiar, because this is where people are growing. This is where people are. So when you settle for less than what you deserve, you get less than what you settle for. So I was not going to settle for just being offline. And so that's why I teach how you can build it online and offline.
Right. Very, very interesting. Very, very informative. Very informative. And I know that the audience enjoyed you. Is there something else you want to, talk about?
Well, I mean, sure. I mean, I can answer any questions. I would definitely tell, I said this earlier, key part that I've learned in being on social media is marketing and branding yourself as often as possible. That's an everyday thing. You've got to have, I call it income producing activities, IPAs. So every day I'm doing income producing on social media. And so whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, those are the main 3. Okay.
Right.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. That's where you want to get fit. Okay. And so you want to make sure that you're reaching out to new people every day. You're reaching out to your ideal prospect. You're loving on people's pages. You're loving on their stories, loving on their reels. You're commenting. The reason why you probably don't have a lot of engagement because you don't engage. And so it's interesting that people like, I posted and nobody liked it. Well, did you go like stuff? And so what I the women that I work with, I'm like, your number 1 job every day before you post, go love on other people's stuff first. Not just a like. No, I'm going to need you to comment, say something meaningful, leave a true comment, and so that they can see, oh my gosh, this person enjoyed this content. And so what happens is it's called the law of reciprocity. When I do it, then people naturally come back to your page and do it. Right? So you do it first. You start marketing and showing up first and start loving on people first. So number 1 thing is connecting on social media. The second thing is being relatable on social media. You definitely want to relate to your people. Find something in common. Relate to people through, I'm from South Carolina. So as soon as I'm from South Carolina, I already know if you're from South Carolina, you'd be like, what up, South Carolina? If I say I live in Atlanta, you'd be like, ATL. If I tell you a sorority that I'm in, a book that I'm reading, if I tell you I have a dog, if I tell mom of 2 boys, hashtag mama boys, I'm going to attract mom of boys. My boys are in Boy Scouts. One of them is an Eagle Scout. I'm going to attract those people. So you got to be relatable, and your people will come. Your customers, your clients, your partners will come because you're relatable in your content. Does this make sense?
It
And the
makes a lot
third
of
thing
sense.
I can tell you is to take action and offer your product or opportunity. It's easier somebody relates to you. It's easier when they believe in the stuff that you're posting or your content. It's easier to offer whatever you have, especially action creates transactions. So you got to start taking the action every single day in meeting new people, prospecting, getting leads, getting clients, showing up every single day. Okay, prospecting, you find people open. You obviously have to follow up. You find people who are ready.
Right, right. Wow. Powerful, powerful, very knowledgeable. You're amazing.
Oh,
You
thank
are
you.
amazing, Jerusha. I knew you was. I knew you was when we first met.
Thank you. I
When
thank you.
we
Thank you
first
so
met,
much. I'm just
for
hoping
sure.
that helped your audience. I mean, hopefully I answered everything that could help them soar on tomorrow. They have the homework that they need to do. I'm just excited that you thought enough of me to have me on. I'm so honored
Yes.
to be in your presence. Thank you so much for this platform. I share actionable business tips every Tuesday at 1, and you got the link there if you want to find me. The link, you guys provided it for me. That's
Yes.
how I can be reached.
It's in the comments. It's in the comments. Um, Jerusha will be back February 14th, and she will be we have a new project which is in your element. So it will be in your element with Jerusha Wiggins. So from 8 to 9 p.m. So if you're available, please tune in with us. Tune in with us. Our time is coming to an end. I would like to thank everyone who watched live, those that will be watching the replay. I would like to thank Shay and Unscripted Media. Jerusha, I just can't thank you enough. You definitely picked up the slack for me. The internet kept dropping every time I come back in. It kept dropping, and you just carried on for me, and I really appreciate it. So much generosity, sharing your time and your expertise. And I know that our audience enjoyed you for sure. For sure. I know that they did. Put in the comment, everybody, mask off. Put in the comment, mask off. Next week, we're going to take off our mask and influence the world around us with sharing our personal journey and victories. Every third Monday of the month, catch my co-hosts, Deirdre Moody and Sybil Price Rucker. Our first topic will be when we first gave the Lord a yes. Our first yes. You don't want to miss this show. You do not want to miss it. So I have two co-hosts that will be with me every third Monday of the month. Now let me ask you, Jerusha just covered so much. So I want to know, do you have a business, a brand, a service, a product, a message, or even an opportunity to share? Let's build. Let's build and get the word out there. Let's help customers, clients find you by advertising a commercial right here with us. We give you the option for a 30-second video commercial or a flyer with your detailed information to share. For more information, contact the Denise Newsom Show. We will be closing with our first 3 commercials. Good night. God bless you. Stay safe and subscribe to us. We love you. I would like to thank Our sponsors, Dr. Kiana Battle, Mo Better Music Sound Production, and author Robert A. Vilmore. God bless you and thank you. Be safe.